So yeah, we got a couple of officially released images. Now we're going to move into, I guess you could say, spoiler territory, because this is stuff that was unofficially leaked, I guess you could say. But I
Yeah.
mean, when you have an open set and you know people are filming, it's hard to call it a leak. Like
Right.
they know this stuff is going to be out there. I think anything super secretive, they could probably still, keep the wraps on if they want to. So I almost feel like some of this stuff they want to get out.
Yeah.
But the stuff that we've seen, at least I've seen. Now I don't go digging for this stuff typically, but
Yeah.
if it comes across my feed, I'll take a look at it. And what we've seen so far matches more with the second image. I haven't seen any set pictures of him in the original image, like with the kind of tinker look. More in the top hat, theatrical look is kind of what we've seen in the set leaks.
Yeah. And just to take a step back before we talk about that, what you just mentioned as far as like, are these official leaks? Are they not official leaks? One thing that I do find interesting is, although we do have an abundance of video and images from on the set, everything is still up in the air, right? Like nothing has been captured or recorded that I've seen, and I haven't been careful. Like I've actually typed in search terms to look up specific things that people mention, and it's still nothing has been confirmed, even by these set leaks. No one is like, oh, we know this for certain because we recorded Tennant calling him by name. Like none of that has been captured. It's all just very much behavioral. Like this is what we saw them doing. This is a set piece that we saw them walking by, and making assumptions from that. So whether it's intentional or not, it still feels guarded. Like RTD, for all that he's doing and playing with in regards to letting people in and seeing stuff, he's not revealing specifics, which I think is incredible.
Right. So I don't know what you've seen as far as set leaks. We haven't really talked much about it. I think I sent you one image.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you've seen the same stuff I've seen. I feel like there's stuff out there. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I've seen, and then you can either confirm or deny that you've seen it as well, or maybe add on to things that you've seen as well. But
cool.
And like I said, I don't think it's very spoilery. We see him in the exact same outfit. We see Neil Patrick Harris in the exact same outfit with David Tennant.
Yep.
Filming together. And Neil Patrick Harris. So I've seen some still images. I've also seen some video. And in some of the video, he is kind of, I don't know a better word to say it, creepily prancing, dancing around like in the streets, and kind of almost the way you would see like the Joker, where chaos is going around him and he's just kind of, he's just taking it all in and isn't, he's not part of the chaos. He just seems to be completely calm, kind of dancing around as like people are kind of running around, and it seems like there's something going on that is causing people to panic.
Right.
So you see some of that. You also see him dancing with the doctor. So he does. There's a specific thing that I've seen a couple different angles of. So I don't know if it happens more than once, or I'm just seeing the same thing from different angles. But he kind of does a couple little dance moves with the doctor, and it's very kind of proper type of dancing. If you can see me on YouTube, I'm moving as I'm talking about this. But he, does a couple spins, and then the doctor kind of pulls away, almost like the doctor's like confused. He kind of looks around and kind of, okay, leave me alone kind of thing. So derive from that what you can, but it definitely seems like whatever character he's playing is causing a lot of havoc, and the doctor seems to be pretty disoriented and not knowing how to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, what you mentioned as far as him with the way that he appears amidst the chaos, right? Like derive what you can derive that his character is either in control of the chaos or completely comfortable amidst the chaos, right? Like if you're not in control of the chaos, if that's not what you desire and want, there's no way you're going to be pulling the doctor aside and dancing with him. Now, as far as Tennant's reaction to that, I have to admit, like at first I had to watch the clip that we're referring to a couple times, because I was like, is this just in between takes? And like they're just goofing around. And it's like, no, they're definitely not in between takes. Like this is legitimately a scene from whatever episode that's being shot.
Tennant is acting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's creepy, right? Like, I don't know, characters, you referred to the Joker. Characters like that are just like no care in the midst of chaos. Those are the ones that truly disturb me. So this might be a great villain or foil for the Doctor.
Right. And I will admit, you had said the Master came across your mind as a possible, character he's playing. That definitely came across my mind too when I was looking at the images, thinking, okay, who could he be? The Master kind of fits both of those. He could have the whole tinker kind of look and kind of more classic, trying to mirror an older version of the Doctor, or you could see him in the top hat in that kind of ridiculous theatrical version of the Master as well. So I could see the Master doing either. But when I see these set leaks, I'm less inclined to think that it's the Master. Based on some of those stuff, and one of the other things they showed was a kind of like a toy shop. As well. So we've now seen him with kind of a tinker's apron. Now we're seeing a toy shop. You would describe some of the stuff in the background with the clouds and that seems like something that would maybe be on the walls or ceiling of a toy shop. So it's kind of, you start to put the pieces together, and it does start to make sense that his character is kind of associated to at least someone who cobbles toys and is a toy maker type person. So
the shop, just for those, again, we're in spoiler territory already, set reveal territory already. So if you don't want to hear, feel free to stop listening or jump off. But the shop that you're referring to, Toys and Tricks, Mr. Emporium, Fun and Games, Magic Games, Tricks, Puppets and Bears, Brett Spiel, Marbles, Skittles, Toys and Games, Zuber Tricks, board games. Like it is nothing but a toy shop, right? Like that is the main set piece. Now, again, and we've mentioned this multiple times, and we talked about it prior to recording, RTD has come out and said multiple times that he is throwing red herrings left and right. He's misleading as much as he can. He's making a big game out of this. Is this just a very elaborate set piece that they put in place to throw people off? He has created enough doubt to say maybe, but it would be a lot of work for something that's not legitimately part of the episode.
Right. Too elaborate, in my opinion. I can see him trying to throw us off with some of the, some of the text around the announcements, or, some of the things that have been seen in the Doctor Who magazine, where he's readily admitting, hey, I could be misleading you, but some of this could be true. But as far as like going as far as like building a set to throw people off, or filming a scene that's just a kind of to throw people off, that I think is less likely. I think what we're seeing in these set leaks is legitimately what's being filmed and is what part of the story.
Yeah, what I find incredible is that someone actually posted a picture, because the storefront that they have a picture of is, I guess, a legitimate shop. It's like a little cafe or restaurant that they've just basically, the color exactly the same, but they put a different sign up there and repainted the windows, but exact same awning and everything. So again, to your point, this would be pretty elaborate to take an existing cafe, turn it into a toy shop just for the sake of throwing people off and trying to establish who this character is.
Yeah.